Hello, this is Anthony Fowler. You're watching Sporting Icons.
Right, so post-fight review to Anthony Fowler versus Harry Scarff. Now, this was a fight that, in my opinion, Anthony Fowler was always going to win, but it was a case of whether or not he was going to stop Harry Scarff or Harry Scarff was going to be durable and go through to the full 10 rounds. Because Harry Scarff, even though he was undefeated, 8-0, he come off a pretty good victory last time out, which was for the English super welterweight title against Jack Flatley, who was 15-0 at the time. So Harry Scarff was always going to be a bit of a test for Anthony Fowler. Of course, Fowler, since he's lost to Scott Fitzgerald, obviously he's been trying to push on from that and maybe get a rematch with that one. And either way, in this fight, I don't quite know whether it's a case of Anthony Fowler is quite one-dimensional, because he just doesn't seem to really be improving. He seems to be doing the same thing coming forward, which is gloves up, wide stance, and just like strut forward a little bit and just try and just unload on his opponent, hit him with like one big punch here and there. So he wasn't really showing too much boxing ability, even though we know Anthony Fowler can box. Go check out his amateur record and you can see that he's actually a very, very good boxer. Now, Anthony Fowler, he won this fight quite convincingly. For me, he won pretty much all the rounds. I mean, if you want to give Harry Scarff a round or two here or there, I don't have too much of an issue with that. But Anthony Fowler just, I don't know. I don't know whether or not it is Anthony Fowler's just his fighting style, or it's a case of Harry Scarff was on his bike. I don't know really what it was, and we know that when a fighter's on his bike and it's difficult to trap them, it does make it a pretty tedious fight. And it is hard to trap somebody who's just running. But ultimately, somebody of Anthony Fowler's background with his amateur career, he should be able to cut the ring off, and he wasn't really doing it that much, and he was getting tagged up quite a bit as well. Even though he was winning every round, there were some pretty close rounds, I felt. But either way, Anthony Fowler, he gets the win, and as I said, he was always going to win, but it's a case of, was he going to stop him? And no, he didn't stop him at all. He did drop him in round number 9, and it was one of those kind of like a flash knockdowns. I looked down, and when I looked up, in that split second, Harry Scarff was on the floor. I was like, okay, what happened there? Because he hit the floor, and then he kind of like got up, walked a couple of steps, and then went back down again. I thought, oh, okay, must be a body shot. But no, it wasn't. Upon the replay, it showed that it was a fantastic hook to the chin that sent Harry Scarff down. So big up to Harry Scarff for taking that pretty big shot and actually getting up. So either way, that happened in round number 9. And of course, he carried on and made it to the end of the fight, which was a 10-round fight. So with Anthony Fowler, of course, now he picks up another belt in addition to his WBO, is it the International that Anthony Fowler's got, but now he picks up the WBA International Super Welterweight title as well as. So congratulations to Anthony Fowler. Straight after the fight, Eddie Hearn was talking about how it's a must fight between him and a rematch with Scott Fitzgerald for the British Super Welterweight title. For me, listen, I'd love to see the rematch, of course I would, but I think that if Ted Cheeseman wants the Scott Fitzgerald fight, as for me, Ted Cheeseman did beat Scott Fitzgerald, and I know it's not going to go down well for a lot of people, but if people are honest, Ted Cheeseman won that fight. So for me, I think that Ted Cheeseman should get Scott Fitzgerald next before Anthony Fowler. That's my honest opinion to it. I'm not having a go about Anthony Fowler, not at all. And yes, as I said, I would like to see that rematch, but I think Ted Cheeseman should get first refusal of that British title. But you know what? This is Sky Sports. They love Scott Fitzgerald, which is fair enough. I like Scott Fitzgerald too, but you know, I think that's why the judges gave it over Ted Cheeseman to set up a rematch with Anthony Fowler. That's how I see it. Anyway, listen, you guys drop your thoughts below about it. Of course, click the thumbs up to this video, and I'll catch you all on the next one.